my order to fire.
Making any progress. Perhaps we should consider sending in the Australians.
British Tommy doesn't need any help, sir.
Stay in line. Stay ready.
Don't worry. We'll see some action this time.
Don't hold your breath.
Order retreat!
Attacked the Turks here at Gaza. Both attacks failed. I intend to be in Jerusalem by Christmas.
And how do you propose to achieve that, sir?
By turning the enemy's flank, by making what I believe to be in certain sporting circles is termed as an end run. In other words, gentlemen, by taking Beersheba.
An attack on Beersheba means crossing the desert. There's not a drop of water between here and there.
There's plenty of water in Beersheba. Colonel Miners Hagen.
If the men travel light...
Travel light? 50,000 men would need 400,000 gallons of water a day.
Not if they make a lightning dash across the desert and take Beersheba before Johnny Turk knows what's hit him.
And the wells in Beersheba are still intact when your forces break through.
You don't like the idea, Major Lawrence?
I like the idea of Jerusalem by Christmas, sir. But a march across the desert will be no picnic.
So then, everything depends on those wells in Beersheba. With the right element of surprise, we can do it. I shall start a major espionage campaign to make them think that we are going to continue our main attack on Gaza.
You'll need to put somebody into Beersheba to keep a watch over those wells.
Well, I have contacts there, but I'd need to send in somebody special. A trained agent. Somebody who speaks both Arabic and Turkish. Absolutely trustworthy.
I know the man you want. He works for French intelligence in Cairo. He's one of the best. And an old friend.
Get him.
And for the poor, and for the crippled. Blessings, Vermal.
Your generosity is profound. Allah will reward you.
In paradise, I'm sure. Dimitas?
What's up?
New orders. You've been reassigned.
Reassigned? But we're finally making progress here. What about the operation?
Low priority compared to this. You've been attached to the British for special assignment. Meinert Sagen is the man in charge. Report to him in Rafah by Wednesday at the latest.
Meinert Sagen? Africa. Meinert Sagen is with British intelligence. He sent me with a bunch of old men to blow up a German train. The man's a lunatic. He almost got me killed.
Well, sounds like this assignment may prove interesting.
So which camp do you want to go to then, sir? The British over there, or the Australians over here?
I'm looking for a British officer, but I think he's working with the Australians.
Well, I'll let you off here then.
Thanks. Bye.
Captain Defoe's Belgian Army reporting as ordered, sir.
Ah, you made it. Jolly good to see you again. Are you surprised to hear from me?
You could say that, sir.
I just did. Now, where is the blasted thing? I had it here yesterday and... Bottom drawer. I should have known. Ah, my binoculars. Here they are. Now, you're just in time. Shall we?
Shall we what?
Bird watching, mate. And don't you feel silly for asking.
Desert Hawk. Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. If these hills weren't crawling with Turks.
Tosh! There's no enemy here. What do you know about birds, Sergeant?
They got wings.
Australian?
Yeah. John Anders, 4th Light Horse. Friends call me Jack.
Henri Defoe. Mine call me Henry.
Put it there then, Henry. You don't sound Belgian. American, I reckon.
I decided to enlist. I wanted to do my part.
Same as me and Phyllis for king and country.
Phyllis?
Miami horse. Figured we'd travel the world, see exotic lands, get shot at by people with machine guns. Ain't that right, darling?
So what is it?
It's a red-breasted hoopoe. What luck?
There's your damn red-breasted lancer. Bloody hell!
Oh my, Tush! Provided with medical attention.
I'll get it, Doctor. Keep some pressure on the wound.
Oh, do stop this. It's just a scratch. In fact, it's not even that.
Sir, what's...
Calf's blood from the kitchen. I simply placed the bag under my arm and gave it a jolly good squeeze. Quite an illusion, don't you think?
Had me fooled. So what the hell's going on here?
Deception. Trickery. A flim-flam designed to convince the Turks that the blood-stained haversack that I left behind was genuine.
The haversack?
Well, it contains certain documents indicating that we intend to launch another full-scale attack on Gaza within the week. It's a lie, but if they believe it, then they will concentrate all their defenses there. and leave the real target vulnerable.
So what is the real target?
Beersheba.
Ned? I can't believe it. What are you doing here? Are you in on this?
No, I merely provided miners some information. The fact that you joined the intelligence service, for example.
So this is your fault?
Guilty, as charged. News of your little escapade spreading through camp.
Excellent. With all the spies knocking about the camp, word is bound to get back to the Turks.
It could be a clever attempt to mislead us.
Nonsense. The man who dropped this was shot. Note the blood. Also, many of these items are personal. Money, letters. Here's one from his wife. They just had a baby. I tell you, these documents are real. There is no mistaking it. The British are preparing a major offensive on Gaza.
They've tried twice and failed with horrifying losses. So why try again? If I were the British, I'd stop trying to kick the front door in. I'd sneak around the back of the house and enter through the window. Right here at Beersheba.
Move a large force across barren desert. Don't be absurd. It's all in here. All the proof I need. I intend to inform General von Kriechenstein immediately.
Of course. You are his head of intelligence. Let me tell you something, Captain. While you place your call to Gaza, I'll order my men to start rigging the wells with dynamite.
A waste of effort.
A last resort. If you are wrong and the British do come here, I'll see that they're deprived of the very thing they need most.
Water. An army in the desert travels on it. Men need it. Horses need it. In all things, water is the difference between life and death. And there's not a drop between here and Beersheba. I've looked.
Allenby's plan is to march 50,000 men across the desert in a span of 2 days. Mobility is crucial, so each man will be issued with only one canteen of water and enough ammunition for the assault. By the time they get there, their canteens will be empty, and their horses will have been without water for some 30 hours.
My God. They must take Beersheba that same day with the wells intact, or they'll be stranded in the desert without water. It's do or die. There's no turning back.
But you're talking about 50,000 men.
That is why victory must be swift and total. Surprise is the key. My haversack and I have taken the first step. Now it is up to you to reinforce the illusion. Tomorrow, you and another agent will leave for Beersheba, where you will make contact with our operative there.
And my mission?
Do everything you can to protect those wells.
Them ain't birds, sir. Them's bloody bullets. Bullets, you say? I had no idea the desert life was conversant in firearms. How good. Perhaps we should turn back.
It's good to see you again, Ned. And you too. Though I'm shocked to find you so grown up. In my mind's eye, you're still the little boy that I used to terrify with tales of mummies walking the night.
They still scare me, thanks to you.
Then I've done some good in the world, though I doubt Miss Seymour would approve. What news of her?
We exchange letters from time to time. She's still as blustery as ever.
And your father?
I really haven't had time to write.
Perhaps you should make the effort. I'm sure he worries.
We've never really had that much to say to each other, Ned. You know that.
That's not just his failing, surely.
Hey, there's my bloke, Henry. Say hello to my mates. Fellas, this is Henry.
G'day, Henry. Des.
G'day, Kevin.
Dessa.
Come on, drink up and help us settle this. These blokes think I'm having them on.
Now, Jack says your Major Watts has nearly got knocked bird watching. And me, I say Jacko's full of beans.
Well, that's true.
That Brett has got to be the silliest excuse for a major I ever saw.
That's it!
Oh, look out.
One more word out of your Aussie mouth and your Emperor pasty.
Says who, mate?
Gunnery Sergeant Porter, A Battery, British Artillery. That's bloody who.
Aye, aye, order.
Easy, mate. Relax. There's no offence meant, Gunny. Here, have a round on us.
It's not your fault your officers are idiots.
Watch your mouth, Aussie.
Truth hurts, eh?
How you British officers ever expect to win this war?
Oh, yeah? At least we're in it. Not a bunch of yellow slackers sitting out of the show.
Nah, you're a bunch of dancing girls tripping over your garters. Step aside, give us a chance. We'll win the war for you.
You bloody dingo scoundrel. I say we give these boys a battle to write home about. Teach them some manners.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold it, hold it. Listen, we're all on the same side, right? Nobody wants to get thrown in the stockade. I'm sure there's a peaceful way we can settle this.
Perhaps I may have a suggestion.
I'd say he was out of bounds.
That's right, yeah. That was a nice effort, Henry. You almost scored.
Too bad I got pounded by British artillery. Now I know how the Turks feel. So what did that British officer mean about you Australians being left out of the war?
It's the bloody British. They want all the glory, so they keep us in reserve most of the time. It's like they don't trust us to fight.
Yeah, it makes no sense. We took a beating at Gallipoli, but we gave as good as we got. Didn't we, boys?
Too bloody right.
Well, I think they'd want to make use of experienced cavalry.
Oh, we're not cavalry. Mounted infantry. Big difference, see? It's all about mobility. We ride our horses to where the battle is, dismount, and then proceed on foot. That's how we fight.
If they'd let us.
Thanks.
Jack says you're not a bad horseman yourself. For a Yank. What do you say we have a gallop?
There you go, Dex. Man's tired.
Well, if not, nobody here will think worse of him. Holy fellas.
Well, I tried. Cards were stacked against you, Henry. My mate Dex is the fastest bugger west of Warrnambool. You should see his trophy case back home.
Our father's farms are next door. We grew up together.
I never beat him in a race either. Nobody has.
Rise and shine. We've got a lot of ground to cover before you leave this morning.
I'm up, I'm up.
Good. Pay attention.
You will be traveling disguised as a merchant, carrying goods to Beersheba. Your contacts there will be this man, Kazim Yochar, cafe owner, one of my more dependable agents.
This contains much of what you'll need. Clothing, identity papers, postcards.
They'll come in handy, believe me.
And these are a special item that I had custom made for you.
Great. Disgusting old boots.
Not just boots. The right one contains a hidden inner sleeve. It might just give you the extra edge when you need it most. Pun intended. Feel the balance. Do you throw? Work on it.
You said I'd be traveling with another agent.
Maya.
A woman?
Her guise will be that of a belly dancer.
You are her escort.
This just got interesting.
too much wrist. Keep it stiff.
Thanks for the tip.
Just got back from patrol. Saw some heavy action. Them or us. Join us for lunch?
Not this time. Been reassigned. Appreciate the offer, though. You fellas take care of yourselves.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see you around.
Maybe.
It's never easy saying goodbye to friends.
There she is. Why don't you fellows get ready?
A bit more walnut juice under the chin. And the tooth.
How do I look?
Sleazy.
Gentlemen, may I present Maya?
It's a pleasure to meet you. Likewise, I'm sure.
Well, good luck to you both. Major Lawrence, until the next time. Come on.
I guess this is it.
I must get back to my own little part of the wall. I have overstayed my welcome as it is.
You're right. It's not easy saying goodbye to friends. Stay alive, Ned.
You too, Indy.
What is our destination? Gaza or Beersheba?
That is on a need-to-know basis. Right now, you don't need to know.
Sooner or later, I must turn my camel in one direction or the other.
That's when you'll need to know. Anything else?
Yes. I have not been told where the attack is coming. Is that also on a need-to-know basis?
Afraid so.
Do you intend to infuriate me this entire trip?
It's not my idea, it's standard procedure. If we get captured and tortured, it cuts the risk of our spilling information in half.
In other words, I'll be tortured to death and you won't.
Look, rules are rules. You'll be brief when the time comes.
As you wish, oh great Sahib. You're not very good with a knife, are you?
I guess not. You know, I've been traveling with you all afternoon, and I still have no idea what you look like.
I travel as a Bedouin woman. We must maintain appearances.
What if you get kidnapped by bandits? How can I rescue you if I don't know what you look like?
It's on a need-to-know basis. Right now, you don't need to know.
We just got orders. Night march. Where to? They're not saying. It's bloody big, though. The whole damn camp moves out in 20 minutes. But don't just go. Get on with it.
Careful with that plastic cup. Make certain those wires are well hidden. Yes, sir.
What's happened to our agent? Should have been here hours ago.
Well, it's official. We're headed for Beersheba. We're halfway there. Save your water, mate. You're gonna need as much as you can get. Listen, try and get some sleep. We've got a long ride ahead of us.
Yeah, we can sleep in this bloody heat.
Yes, it's Beersheba.
Oh, ileri. State your business.
To provide that which lacks. I'm a trader in fine goods, Effendi.
Let them pass.
Stay with the camels.
Kasim, I have arrived.
Dear cousin, look at you. How long has it been, huh? You brought my pigeon.
And your dancer. Do I always keep my promise?
Mustafa! See to the camels. Show the woman to her room. Right, man.
Come. Let me show you to your quarters, cousin.
What's the situation here?
They've rigged all the wells with high explosives. But there's good news. Colonel Ismet Bey has been repeatedly denied reinforcements from Gaza.
Well, Gaza's only 35 kilometers up the road, so that could change.
It hasn't yet.
Grab a pigeon. Blue cage. Wells are rigged.
What about the red cage?
Those you can cook.
Such delicacies. Only for my most honored guests.
Watches. Watches. Pardon, you must see. Finest quality silver watches.
That is Colonel Ismet Bey, in charge of the Turkish garrison here. And that is Captain Schiller, head of German intelligence. A most unpleasant man.
Well, I guess I finally get to see what's underneath all that. I bet she's really homely.
She still doesn't know where the attack is coming from. They haven't told her.
Easy, boy. I'm worried about these horses. They can't go this long without water. We should reach water by morning.
These are the wells marked in red.
I'm sure they're all tied into one detonation point. Do you know what it is?
Could not find out. We'll have to cut the wires individually, but not tonight. There are sentries everywhere.
All right, tomorrow when the shelling starts. Meet me at the first well just before dawn.
The well of the oath shall be done.
Yeah, well, it better be done right. If we miss this thing up, 50,000 men could die of thirst.
Captain Defense. Now that you have seen me, are you disappointed?
Quite the opposite.
I am pleased. But there must be more to my role than entertaining a bunch of Turks.
There is. Well of Abraham, 1 hour. Be careful. It's delicious. It's the best I've ever tasted.
You know, this is a very famous well.
I know, the Well of Abraham. He was the father of the Jewish people.
Abraham was also the father of the Arab people.
Listen, I need you to dance again tomorrow for Colonel Bay and Schiller. And I need you to start at exactly 1300 hours.
So the attack is coming
I
here?
didn't say that. I'll tell you as soon as we...
When I need to know, you are impossible.
Well, don't be angry with me. You are so beautiful.
I know.
This is not what we should be doing.
No.
It's not professional.
No, it's not. Delicious. It's like the water.
Yes.
Lose something?
Nöbetçiler! Çabuk yakalayalım şu Hadi.
We're in trouble. Get dressed.
The British are here in force.
Impossible.
Connect me with Gaza as soon as possible. General von Kressenstein's headquarters.
It is merely a diversion to make us think they are here in force. We will cancel that call.
Captain Schiller.
Cancel the call!
I've got to get a message out. Grab one of those pigeons. Plan has failed. Qasim arrested. I didn't want it to be this way, but here's your briefing. The real attack is here, Beersheba.
They're bound to get that information out of Qasim. There'll be massive reinforcements coming from Gaza within no time.
That's why we gotta warn our people.
defenders will attack from the center.
What about the Australian light horse, sir?
The light horse will be kept in reserve.
Bloody better not be left out this time.
Give the artillery the order to open fire.
Right.
Fire!
I don't care. Bring me through to Gaza now.
What are you doing?
I'm calling General von Kressenstein for reinforcements. Tell him.
This man is a spy for the British. He has confirmed to me that the real attack is here, at Beersheba.
You're a traitor.
Not to my cause.
You see, I have excellent spies.
But mine are better.
Rashid, bring in the prisoner.
Hussein, sorry, Indy. What have you told them? Believe me, I'm sorry.
Tell the Colonel what you told me.
Damn it, keep your mouth shut.
It's too late, spy. Your little charade is now truly exposed.
Tell him. The girl, she's a double agent working for Colonel Ismet Bey.
How did you know?
We knew from the start. That's why she was brought. It was part of the ploy. To use her to feed you false information. Convince you the attack was at Beersheba. It was a real attack? Gaza.
No! Damn it!
Lock him up and clean up this mess. Nepatula!
There's the truth of it, Colonel. The ploy behind the ploy. You are under attack by a skillful illusion. A few artillery pieces lobbing shells. Men and horses kicking up dust. A trick. There will be no reinforcements.
Anzacs are getting the stuffing kicked out of them.
This is taking too long, Jack. We should have been in that town by now.
I'll go see what I can find out. Stay low.
Sir, the men are wondering.
So am I, Sergeant. Resistance has been fiercer than expected. Damn Turks have got us at a bit of a standstill. That's a fact.
Well, how long do you expect us to hold out? We've been bloody grilling in this ravine all morning. Horses haven't had a drink in nearly 2 days.
I wish I had that answer for you, son.
The sergeant will accompany you, sir.
Thank you, Colonel. Hopefully we'll be back with good news.
Sure doesn't look too good over there.
Not much daylight left. But I've got a bold idea. And I hope the British go for it.
Good luck, sir.
Our advance on Beersheba has been seriously delayed. Fortifications of unknown strength still face us across a plain of some 3 miles. Gentlemen, our situation is past desperate. If we do not take that town by dark, our men are doomed. Suggestions?
I think my men could take that town. I propose a mounted charge at the 4th and 12th.
Sir, Brigadier Grant's suggestion is absurd. His men are mounted infantry. If we charge, I insist it be my cavalry.
The charge is exactly what the Turks would expect from the British cavalry. And the last thing they'd expect from my men. I think we can do it.
Too bloody right.
Grant's men are closer. Already in position.
A mounted charge against entrenched machine guns and artillery is insane. It's never been done.
Perhaps because it's never been tried. Put Grant straight at it.
Allah be praised. Mounted regiments are deploying to the eastern flank. It looks like they intend to charge.
They won't.
Put all reserve troops to the eastern trenches, just in case.
Be one hell of a race.
I'm here for the prisoner.
Where have you been?
Don't ask. Next time, you play the dead man.
Australian light horse. Short range? Wait for them to dismount before opening fire!
Okay. You take the wells on this side.
Uh-huh.
I'll go this way and I'll meet you back at the cafe.
Here. Good luck.
2,800 meters! meters! 2,500 meters! They're not stopping! Trench wins! You're on, you daft bastard! You'll never beat me! Fire! Go! On the ramp! Damn you! Coming too fast! 2,300 meters! 2,100 meters! We can do it! Fire!
The gunners!
They're under the guns! They've made it!
It's been confirmed. We're under attack by at least 6 divisions.
Get Schiller up here.
We'll do that!
I got 3 of them.
So did I. The Well of the Oath is the last. Come with me.
An old proverb came to mind. A skillful liar will tell his enemy the truth and convince him it's a lie.
What are you babbling about?
Your little illusion has come to Beersheba. 50,000 strong. Idiot!
Blow up the wells!
Here it is.
Six out of 7 isn't bad.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be sure they don't rewire the wells. We have to hold them off until the Australians arrive.
Only one blew up. The wires must have been cut by the shelling. Get your men out there and repair them at once.
Still!
Go, darling, go, darling. Reconnected.
They're rewiring as fast as they can.
Well,
tell them to work faster.
Send more men. Hurry!
Too many guards. There's no way of disconnecting the charges at all the wells.
I saw the main switchboard above Bay's office when we put on our little performance. It's our only chance. Come on.
Ryan, it's time.
Where are you going?
Carrying out the strategic retreat.
It's impossible. We'll never get in there.
Come on, let's try around the back.
But you can't just leave me behind. What about the wells?
Clear up the mess you created. I suggest you start by reconnecting those wires and blowing up the wells yourself.
No, you will stay here! Man, look out! Let you spine! You lose! You people have captured nothing but a burnt-out shell in the desert, not a drop of water! Yeah! Blow the wells!
But our men may not be clear
I
yet.
can't do it! Blow them up!
What?
There's a well over there! Come on!
Do it now! Hurry!
Some more. Yeah. Come on.
Look how close we came.
Within an inch.
All right, move the prisoners out. Okay, move it. Hands up. Let's go. Come on. Keep it moving.
Well, it looks like you blokes did it.
No, you blokes did it. All 800 of you. Only 31 casualties. That's got to be some kind of miracle.
We lost Dex coming in. His horse made it first to the trenches. He would have liked that. Well, Henry, you kept your promise.
Yeah. I guess we'll be in Jerusalem by Christmas.
Can't think of a better place I'd rather be at that time.
Come on, fellas. Let's drink this place dry.
Saddle up, men.
any other has fought and bled. I speak for the nation which more than any other has brought victory over our barbarous foe. I speak for France. France declares that never again will she suffer invasion of her borders. Never again will she submit to the destruction of her countryside and the slaughter of her citizens. To this end, she will have justice and security on her own terms. Then, and only then, will France grant peace. France is great, her voice is loud, and her glorious people will accept nothing less. No one has anything more to say. La séance est levée.
Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Those speeches from yesterday's conference, how soon can I have the translations?
It'll be on your desk by 4:30, sir.
Fine.
Ned?
Henry. By all that's wonderful. How long has it been, a year?
Nearly 2. I just got a job with the American delegation as a translator. Pays not much, but it's interesting work.
So here I am helping Arabia and Prince Faisal become a free nation.
Well, that's great, Ned. I tell you, colonialism is dead. There must be dozens of countries competing to become free nations.
I hope so, for Arabia's sake.
Oh, Mr. Lawrence, may we be so presumptuous as to ask for your autograph?
Why, yes, you may.
I didn't realize you'd become such a celebrity.
Well, power of the press has nothing to do with me. Look, I'm dining with Gertrude Bell at the Majestic tonight.
Gertrude Bell?
She's written more about the situation in Arabia than anyone. Will you join us?
I'd love to.
Excellent. At 7:30 then.
Great.
Henry, this is so good.
So I took my discharge from the Belgian army. I just decided it was time I quit being a spy.
Well, in your last letter, you talked of going to college.
Well, my boss says there's a chance of a job in the State Department, so...
You're going to be a diplomat.
maybe.
Oh, Henry, beware. The snares and delusions of diplomacy are not to be embraced lightly. As Arnold will tell you. Everyone, please, do you know Arnold Toynbee? If I may say, our most distinguished historian. Arnold, this is Gertrude Bell. A great pleasure.
Mr. Toynbee.
And my friend, Henry Jones. Pleasure to meet you, sir. How do you do? Well, Arnold, please. You see, Arnold's the man who really knows what's going on here.
I wouldn't say that.
He's part of the official British delegation, unlike people like me.
I've been out trying to catch sight of the German delegation.
Oh, really?
They're due in tonight. Nobody's seen them.
Don't be trying to sneak in the back way.
It's true. The feeling against them is frightening.
I read the newspapers. I've seen the demonstrations as well, and my fear is that we do not have statesmen with enough courage to resist the public demands for revenge.
I don't know. I've been watching our president. No, really, he's a fine man.
He's a fine man obsessed with forming his absurd League of Nations. And meanwhile, he's giving way to every bloodthirsty demand. He's completely outwitted. Clemenceau, a dinosaur, baying for blood. Lloyd George, a politician with no vision or morality at all.
There's just been a war. The worst war in history. People have fought and died. You can't just expect that they'll turn around and forgive.
You can't just wipe your enemy out. Years ago, Rome could just wipe Carthage out, but now the world has changed. Everything's connected. What has happened will happen again, for better or worse. History now moves in a spiral. These men are trying to force Germany down, but it cannot be done without terrible tragedy. Push Germany down and you'll pay a price. And one day it will once more rise to the top. But this lot are behaving like men with no memories, and Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat it.
Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat it.
La séance est ouverte. His Excellency, the President of the United States.
Delegates, representatives, friends, for we are all friends here. We have now been engaged for 5 months on a course of framing a peace, a just peace, a lasting peace. Moreover, we have also been establishing for the first time in the history of mankind an international forum, a supreme body of world affairs. I refer to the League of Nations, that bright hope I know we all share. The aim of the League is simple, yet awe-inspiring. It is nothing less than the brotherhood of man, and with goodwill and calm endeavor, we shall succeed in our noble purpose. We shall succeed where great religions, where even Christianity itself has failed. Why has Jesus Christ so far not succeeded in inducing the world to follow his teachings in these matters? Friends, I will tell you, it is because he has taught the ideal without devising a practical means of attaining it. That is why I propose a practical scheme to carry out his purposes. That is why I offer you the League of Nations.
No more warring or petty factions. No more being at the disposal of the colonial powers. But one Arabia, independent, united, under the rule of Prince Faisal. Now, how does that sound?
Sounds great.
It sounds very well. Unhappily, the French have other ideas. France was to have Syria, Britain, Iraq, and the oil fields. Well, the war is over, and now the French are insisting the agreement be honored.
Now, when did the French know anything about honor?
Ned, that's unworthy of you.
Yes, all right, I'm sorry, but it makes my blood boil. We promised independence to Faisal. I promised. And now they tell us...
Oh, come on, Ned. Don't play the innocent. You knew about it all along. So, that's the hitch, Mr. Jones. An equivocal promise to a desert chieftain versus a solemn agreement between two great imperial powers. You see, there's no such thing as the Arab nation. No Arab feels part of it. He doesn't even think of himself as an Arab.
What is he?
A man from Damascus, Mecca, or Baghdad. A member of a particular Bedouin tribe. A Kurd, a Sunni, a Shiite. He can be any of these things. But an Arab, never. At least, not yet, I'm afraid.
He will be one day. I'm determined to make it happen.
All by yourself, Ned?
Your view is too narrow, too personal.
Too personal? What other view is there?
The statesman's.
The statesman's? Oh, God.
This way. Now just keep quiet. The president says he needs a record. With these two, he likes everything to be written down.
Mr. President, gentlemen. Gentlemen, I have to tell you, this is not the most important problem we face.
Oh, it's a waste of time discussing this. The future of Arabia is settled. France and Britain made an agreement.
Well, I wish it were as simple as that, you see, but Britain also made a promise to Prince Faisal.
I am sorry that cannot be helped.
Well, it was a promise.
Which we knew nothing about. And let me remind you, Prime Minister, that you will get Iraq and the oil fields.
And let me remind you, sir, that France's contribution to the victory in Arabia was negligible.
Negligible?
Gentlemen, this is a pointless argument. I believe there's a matter of principle involved here. England and France have made a secret agreement. It is my passionate conviction that secret agreements belong to the past.
Mr. President,
you have both accepted my 14 points. We must have open agreements, openly arrived at. You've pledged yourself to these things. Very well. The answer to this problem, therefore, is simple. We go and consult the people themselves.
The people?
Exactly. The people of Arabia. We ask them what it is they want.
Ask them?
Yes.
Yes, I see. And what form would this exercise in democracy take?
I am proposing a commission. It will be their job to go and thoroughly investigate the wishes of the people of Arabia, and to come back and report.
I understand, yes. Well, it's a brilliant solution. Don't you agree?
Then what do we say to Faisal tomorrow?
Say? Well, we say nothing. We just listen. Or at least we listen for now.
He said that. Wilson said that.
I don't care about your secret agreements. That's what he said.
Wonderful.
Do you think he meant it?
Of course he meant it. I was there, as close to him as I am to you now. Thank you.
And the others? I mean, Lloyd George, Clemenceau?
They just took it. They had no choice.
But what will happen about Faisal?
They'll listen to everything he says.
Henry, you're priceless. What a boon it is to have a friend at court.
Is this idea of a commission?
Oh, who cares about a tuppenny-halfpenny commission?
The president does.
Let him. A commission will take months, years even. The real decisions are being made now, which leaves the field clear for us and what we say.
No, Ned, you're wrong. You have to wait for the commission. That's what the president means.
Wilson's an idiot. We'll run rings round him.
But what if the others don't listen?
They'll listen. I'll make them. Don't you see? This is the chance we've been waiting for to get out of this business with clean hands.
Whose hands, Ned? Yours?
Yes. Mine. And why not mine? What are you scowling for?
I'm not scowling. I just think...
You think? What do you think? Some vacuous cliché of Woodrow Wilson's?
Ned.
Some Christmas card motto parading as wisdom? Well...
Maybe that's what it sounds like, Ned, but the president means business. And I agree with him.
Oh, do you indeed? I tremble.
And I also think you're way out of line.
Go to hell! And take that sanctimonious hypocrite of a president with you!
Sir, excuse me, sir. May I speak with you for a moment?
It's about the conference. I'm sorry, I really need to catch up with my friend. I'm sorry. Ned! I just didn't want you to
Henry,
think that...
don't. And don't, whatever you do, apologize. It's me who should be doing that. My behavior back there was unforgivable.
I just thought you might be mad at me.
Mad? Oh, I see. You mean angry. No, you didn't make me mad. It's just that I become a little cynical. And it doesn't mix too well with your idealism.
You're probably just tired.
No, we're all tired. Tired and disillusioned. All except you, Henry. Now, don't change, will you? It's what makes you such a splendid chap.
I just thought you might be worried about Prince Faisal's speech.
Oh, I am worried. There's a lot at stake.
For you, Arabia, or the future of the 20th century?
Well, why, for me, of course.
Is it your intention, sir, to speak to us directly or through an interpreter?
Prince Faisal asks me to interpret for him, if it pleases this great conference.
Colonel Lawrence, it pleases this conference very well.
أنا أتكلم باسم الفرسان الذين حملوا راية العرب في الصحراء الكبرى.
Prince Faisal speaks for the horsemen who carried the Arab flag across the great desert.
إننا لا نسأل معروفا.
We do not ask for favors,
ولكننا نريد العدل فحسب.
merely for justice and the fulfillment of your promises. We fought for the unity of our nation and the right to rule ourselves.
وإننا نذكركم أننا جميعا نتكلم لغة واحدة.
We remind you, we speak one language.
وأننا أمة واحدة.
We are one race. Our lands must not be divided and given as war booty to this or that colonial power. We did not overthrow the Turk to be enslaved again. Prince Faisal says, my people were civilized when every other country here was populated by barbarians. You should remember this. Remember too what you promised when you needed us. Liberty and independence in exchange for our help in the great battle. We believed you. We trusted you. We joined our cause with yours. We fought and died. We have kept our own part in this bargain. We have kept our word. All we ask now is that you prove the greatness of your nations and keep yours. In return, we offer you gratitude and lasting peace. Thus speaks Prince Faisal. These are his words.
Excuse me. Sir, do you have a moment? May I speak with you, please? I saw you the other evening at the restaurant.
The rest? Right. You were the waiter.
Waiter, yes. Sir, I'm sorry. I realize you must be very busy. But if I could just have 2 minutes of your time.
Well, I really need
It is important. Please. I am working in Paris as a pastry chef. Sometimes as a waiter as well. My name is Winai Kwok, sir. I'm Vietnamese.
Not very well, I'm afraid.
Sir, we need your help.
We?
Small group of my countrymen and me. We are a delegation of patriots. We have written a petition.
Is this it?
For weeks now, we've tried to present it. No one will hear us. No one will even receive it. That is why I come to you.
Sorry, Mr. Wynn,
I know you can do this. I heard you in the restaurant. You are close to President Wilson. I know that you are a very important man.
I'm just a translator. I just happen to be president.
We have tried everywhere. No one will listen. All the doors shut in our faces. All we ask for is assistance. Please.
Well, I can't promise you anything.
Thank you, sir.
Are you crazy?
But sir, all
Crying
they want...
out loud. Vietnam's on the other side of the world.
But so is Japan.
The Japanese were our allies. They fought on our side. No, I'm sorry.
Schedule is crazy enough as it is.
It won't take long, sir.
Do you have any idea just how busy we are?
Yes, sir, I do.
And what are the French going to say? Hell, Vietnam belongs to them.
But, sir, the president says the whole
president.
world...
Henry, listen to me. You've done well here as a translator. I've already marked you down for a job. When this is all over, there's a post in the State Department I have in mind for you. But if you come aboard, there's one thing you have to learn. Presidents come and go. Diplomats stay. Now, I'm not criticizing Woodrow Wilson. All I'm saying is he won't be around much longer. We will. Think about it. Something else on your mind?
No. No, sir.
Didn't you hear me just now?
Yes, sir, I heard. And also heard what you said about presidents, about how they come and go. And it reminded me of an old man I met in Mexico once who said pretty much the same thing.
Oh, he did?
He was a peasant. Most likely he's dead now. I don't even know his name. But I'll never forget what he told me. It's maybe the reason I'm here now. He said the men in power change, but the people go on suffering.
Look, Jones.
Sir, I really think the Vietnamese ought to be heard. Maybe people think their country's not important, and it's not our business what happens there, but it is important. These are people just like any other people. Who are we to say they can't be heard? Sir, the whole world has come to this city. Why shouldn't they have the opportunity to make their case? And we as Americans should be right behind them. Half an hour is all they need. Is that too much to ask? All right, when you get in there, keep it simple. Concentrate on the American. He'll listen, so speak mainly to him.
We understand. Thank you, sir.
Chokong, my man.
Come in. On behalf of the people of Vietnam, we do not ask for independence or freedom from French colonial rule, only the implementation of these points. A general amnesty for all political prisoners, equal rights for the Vietnamese and the French, freedom of the press, freedom to meet and assemble, freedom to emigrate and travel abroad, better schools, abolition of rule by the French president's decree, and the appointment of Vietnamese members to the French Parliament. Sir, that is all.
Thank you. Your petition will be considered. Any questions? Monsieur Bertin.
I'm sorry.
No. At least they heard us.
I don't think they listen to anyone anymore.
Someday they will listen to Ho Chi Minh.
Ho Chi Minh?
That's what we call him. It means father of our country.
It's not a title I deserve. Thank you, Mr. Jones. You did your best.
But they didn't even listen. The Frenchman went to sleep.
It's what I've been telling you. The real decisions are being made in private. The colonial powers are simply carving up the world.
But the Vietnamese don't even want to rule their own country. All they're asking for is to be represented in the French government for basic equal rights.
Henry, Wilson aside, nobody here is interested in people's rights.
It's just not fair.
It's not about fairness. It's about power and greed.
Well, then why did we fight in the war? Why did so many people die? Are you saying that it was all for nothing?
No. No war is for nothing. But when it's over, it turns out to be something quite different from what was believed at the start. And the result is never intended to be what it is.
Arnold, Henry, have you heard? The German delegation is arriving.
Well, what in the world's taken them so long?
A classic piece of French diplomacy. They stopped them at the border, then they took them on a very long, slow train journey through the worst parts of the battlefields. The ruin, destruction, they made them look at all of it.
That must have been grim.
Not as grim as what's waiting for them now they've arrived here, in Paris.
need 3 cabs. Can you take us to the Hotel Balzac?
What? Someone's come.
This war had to be fought. Above all, it had to be won. The alternative was unthinkable.
Who said that?
You did.
I did?
In a letter you once wrote to me.
Oh, yes. It's a long time ago.
What did you mean?
I don't know. I suppose I meant the need to preserve some sort of decency. Simple human decency in a world suddenly gone mad.
Do you still believe that?
Yes, of course I do.
Was it sane again?
I don't know.
Unser Gepäck zu.
Wir müssen gehen.
Gentlemen, plenipotentiaries of the German Empire, the hour struck for the weighty settlement of our account. You have asked for peace, and we are disposed to give it to you. Does anyone wish to speak? Very well.
Gentlemen, we shall study this document. And when we have determined our position...
There is nothing to determine. The position is clear.
I mean, when negotiations begin.
Negotiations? There will be no negotiations. We have given you terms, and you will sign.
Are we not even to be allowed to respond to these demands?
You may make observations. You have 15 days. After that, you will sign.
Souviens-toi de
Arnold, you're such an idiot. You've almost missed the whole thing.
I know I was detained.
Have a drink.
It's exactly what I foresaw. Wilson's given way on nearly everything. A slice of Austria for the Italians, a wedge of China for the Japanese. He came with 14 points towards world peace. Well, he's abandoned just about every one of them.
If that's true, then it's tragic.
Tragic? I'd say it's fatal. The terms of German reparation are even worse than anybody possibly foresaw. The document they gave to the Germans is so fierce it will bankrupt Germany. Germany will go down in chaos, then drag Europe down with her. Mr. Jones, the war you've just fought in, which your friends died in 10 or 20 years, we will fight over again. The worst thing in the document is this. They're insisting on war guilt. Yes, the Germans have to say the whole fault of the war was theirs.
That's madness.
But of course. And I tell you frankly, if I were a German, I'd refuse to sign.
Leaders of the Allied and associated powers, this treaty is nothing more than a continuation of the war.
Speak up, I cannot hear.
A continuation of the war by other means. The reparation payments you demand will ruin Germany. She will have no navy, no army to defend herself. Her borders are violated, colonies stripped away, coal mines given to the Poles and the French. You compel us to acknowledge responsibility for the war and demand that we hand over our heroes to be tried as criminals. President Wilson, Germany laid down her arms according to the principles of your 14 points. This treaty here breaks every one of those points. May I remind you, sir, that the German armies marched home undefeated? Where is your peace? We have been betrayed. Oh, we know the hatred which meets us here. This document proves it. But you demand of us that we say we and we alone are guilty of having caused this war. Such a confession from my mouth would be a lie.
What did I tell you? The old German is still there.
This war was the greatest crime against humanity that any nation calling itself civilized has ever committed. Germany not only began it, but she is responsible, solely responsible for the inhuman way it was fought. Justice is what you ask for. Justice is what you shall have. The treaty must be accepted or rejected. Answer, are you ready to sign?
Yielding to overwhelming force, but without abandoning its view.
Speak up, I cannot hear.
This is shameful.
Of the unheard of injustice of the terms.
Speak up.
The government of Germany declares it is ready to sign.
Deutschland mag unterschreiben. Ich kann nicht. Ich will nicht. Lass irgendjemand unterschreiben. Ich überlasse es dir.
For a minute, I thought they were going to walk out.
They can't. They're hogtied.
Well, my knees were shaking.
This is history. Now make the most of it. You'll never see anything like this again. Thank you.
My pleasure.
You were at the hotel the night we arrived.
Yeah. Sorry about what happened back there.
We were expecting it in the streets, but not here. Why do they insist on humiliating us?
I guess so you'll know what they've suffered. So you won't forget.
I fought at Verdun. I shall never forget.
I fought at Verdun too.
You know then, but I wonder, do they?
Maybe in the future.
The future? We shall have no future if those old men have their way.
Faites entrer les Allemands. We are here to sign a treaty of peace.
Isn't victory beastly?
This is the end of it.
I'm afraid this is just the beginning.
Leave that. Get your stuff. We need it again.
Weren't we going to send a commission?
Quite right, sir. We were and we shall. But the Middle East is highly unsettled. Things are very volatile there. In our view, it's imperative that we make a firm decision now, sir. I can't answer for the consequences otherwise.
You agree?
Obviously.
I thought that we had decided.
You've got your league, Mr. President. Allow us to have this.
What exactly do you have in mind?
Now, our line will run here.
And ours runs here.
what are those areas?
Zones of influence, sir. Let me show you. British zone, French zone.
Does anyone have a pencil?
Mr. President.
Thank you, young man. I see.
Splendid. I take it we're all agreed then.
What about Prince Faisal?
Oh, I dare say we'll find him something.
Diplomacy? Everything they promised Faisal was a lie. Is that your idea of diplomacy?
Mr. President?
It's finished. No one is satisfied. Makes me hope we've made a just peace.
So what happens with Prince Faisal? Maybe they'll give him Iraq. That's Gertrude's plan. She says she'll move heaven and earth to get it for him. So what will you do? Go back to England. Vegetate. Starve, I imagine.
You won't starve, unless you want to.
Henry, you're right, of course. And you? A glittering career in diplomacy. Ambassador to the Court of St. James?
I turned it down. I'm gonna go back home, go to school.
School?
University. We'll study archaeology.
Oh, that's fine. God, I envy you.
I don't know. It's pretty scary. It's been 3 years since I left, so...
And what 3 years? A lifetime.
Well, I should get going. So long, Ned.
Goodbye, Henry. Henry, don't forget me.
I won't forget you.
Will you write?
I will.
We gave the old men victory, they threw it away. We offered them a new world, and they made the old one over again. Still, it might have been worse.
What?
I said it might have been worse!